Jean-Paul, how you doing? Hey, in this video, why alignment is the new hustle, especially when you're an empath, high sensitive. Because by learning to align yourself, you actually, start to change your beliefs you have about yourself or the things you want to do or achieve, which of course contains your thoughts and feelings, and every thought and feeling of course sends out a very powerful vibrational frequency into the universe. So by doing so, of course, you influence the law of vibration, and the law of vibration of course will activate the law of attraction. So it's all about changing your state of being. And this might sound a little bit confusing, because we think, okay, so if I'm just really only going to connect with my state of being, if I'm just going to be, right, just be, then I shouldn't do anything. The thing is, when you are in an action mode, when you are actually doing something, that of course is also changing your state of being. So if you want to change your state of being, of course you can change that in your state of doing. Now let's talk about alignment, why this is so important, especially when you are an empath or high sensitive. The thing is, probably you already have experienced it for yourself, is that when you are trying to adapt to all what we are taught in our society, like work hard, hustle hard, and go after the rewards, the financial rewards, go after the validation, the recognition, and you name it, because this is really what we are taught in our society. We are constantly like future orientated, right, which actually makes us disconnected from where we currently are, right? So we always think about trying to get something, trying to need something more, or trying to want something more. And when we do that, we look at where we're currently at, and then we say, okay, so I am not happy where I'm currently at. And then we look at what is not there yet, okay, and then you come over as neediness, right? You say like, okay, I don't have it, I feel incomplete, I feel I'm not there, and then my life is incomplete, right? I feel empty or whatever, which is actually working controversial for letting the law of attraction work for you. So what is very important is that you connect with where you're currently at and tune into that flow of divine inspiration, right? Where you can be in the moment, be in the zone, and that's where really things are going to happen for you. Now, of course, there are always a lot of conflicting beliefs we have about ourselves that wants to prevent you from tuning in to that state. The self-criticism, our judgment system, that thinks about, hey, wait a minute, I think I should be doing this instead of, learning to align myself, because if I'm aligning myself with my flow, with my inspiration, what is that going to get me, right? So this constant self-criticism is of course like preventing us from staying in that flow, right? Or you just don't have it really clear yet what exactly are your true unique gifts and talents, right? So you're still trying to do what you think you're supposed to be doing, right, based on the expectations from society, others and whatnot, because that will get you where you think you should be going, right? So you're not really quite in touch yet with your true self, with your true authentic self, with your inner being. And that's kind of really the process of aligning yourself with who you really are and who you choose to be, is to really connect with your truth with a capital T. What is that you stand for, and what is that you can give to the world. And learning to align yourself is also becoming aware of what you are not anymore, right? That what you used to be, that maybe used to work for you in a while or in the past, but that also gives you a sense of incompletion, where you didn't feel fulfilled or satisfied, or you felt a bit burnt out or whatever, stressful, anxious. But in your mind you think that is the program you should be running, because your mind, your logical, rational mind, your ego mind is much more concerned about you staying safe and secure. It's all about you trying to survive. So it's running this program of what used to work for others and by others, and you're trying to adapt to that. So it's also becoming aware, like, okay, so what is my survival mechanism? What is my survival habits and behaviors? Look at that, become aware of it, embrace it, accept it, and also choose to, let it go. That's a process of where you really start to connect more with your true self, because you are letting go of who you are not anymore. And by much doing that, doing the self-reflection work, this journaling, getting out in nature, ground yourself, become present, trying to let go of all the things you think you should be doing and having, and really learning to connect with, your state of being. So this is a very powerful yet very effective and beautiful process that we as empaths really should learn to embrace, because as empaths, we all had like relationships in our life where we felt like we need to be there for someone else, right? We need to please them in order to maintain the peace in the household, right? Or we need to look after them, we need to take care for them, we need to heal them, right? We need to create everything in a perfect way. And by doing so, we sometimes neglected ourselves. We shut down our own truth, right? We shut down our own feelings. We have created lots of different kind of, walls around our inner being, right? Around our own soul, and we are kind of like fragmented in many ways. So we're sending out different kind of messages that is kind of like conflicting. So it's very difficult then to stay in that path of alignment, right? With your true self, where your divine inspiration can flow and where you can feel really in the zone. So it is indeed a very important process. It may sound simple, I can assure you it's not easy, but that's really what you came here to do, is to look at all these layers, right, that others and society and yourself has labeled upon you, right, that has created this identity of how you should be surviving in this world, and trying to uncover these masks, right, these layers, or these layers of dirt and mud that has been covered around your soul. And that is the beauty of alignment, and that's also kind of a hustle we are doing as light workers, right? So anyway, I just really want to wrap this up, otherwise I'm going to repeat myself, but I think I already have given you a lot to think about right now. But of course, I'm also very curious if any of this kind of made sense. Did it also feel right? I'm kind of curious as well as where you are currently at. What is that you're currently dealing with? So of course, feel free to leave a comment below. And I'm kind of in the middle of a pretty advanced Lightworkers training program, bootcamp, where I do a lot of this reflection work, right? Where I go through my layers of scarcity consciousness and whatnot. So, I'm also daily in my, process, right? It's also where I go through my layers of resistance, where I want to find myself in distractions and whatnot, really to shut myself down. And I also go through a lot of I know what to do, I know how to do it, I just don't really feel like why I should be doing this and for who exactly. So that's also kind of a way we have to work on in order to stay in touch with our own gifts, so we start to sharing our beautiful gifts to the world. So if you want to learn more about this, I also got another video about the purpose of Lightworker, so feel free to check out this video as well. And hopefully I will see you very soon in one of my next videos. Take care for now. Bye bye.